4 is positive?
Yeah, the 4 is positive.
Okay, see, like, what is it going?
I'm going to check out number 3. Number 3 says identify the point and the slope. Now, if number 3 were going to be kind of spread out, it would be x minus -5. So whenever you see a plus sign, you have to kind of have x-ray vision and find what was written there before. So minus a negative is why that looks like plus. Every time you see plus, it was minus a negative. So that means the point is -5, +4. So that puts it here. And then you go.
So this way, since that equation, it was a positive, it would be the opposite.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit, just a little bit off on that one. I think you just switched your x and your y around, honestly. I think you just signed your x and your y. Anyway. So it should go through this point -5, 4. You start there, and then the slope of this is -2/1. So from there you go down to right 1. So I think that everyone is confused about the sign.
No, I just mainly messed up on the part where I had graphed it. I had net like a positive. That's what I did. So when I graphed it, it was on the other side.
Alright, now let's go through the problems from yesterday. Page 319, 1 through 6, 13 through 16. Does anybody have spell work from Thursday? Yeah. What does it say? What does it say? Ashton? Who said they have it over there? You do, Riley? Thursday, November 2nd. That's not what I'm talking about. Can you get a picture from back there? Pretty light. You want to just take a picture of Madison? I don't know. Yeah, last Thursday. Yeah. You said no. All right, here's number one. Did I do one with you guys? All right, so one of the main things I'm wondering if you can do is actually see the point 2, comma 2. You want to see the point 2, comma 2. So that point gets plotted here, and then you go up 2 over 1. All right, I'm going to go to number 2 now.
What chapter is it?
This is page 319, okay? All right, so I'm going to write point slope form right above this. So what I'm wondering is, can you see the point? Can you see the point? And the point I'm asking about is x1, y1. What number is in the x1 spot? Negative 3 is in the x1 spot. X1 is negative 3. What number? What did I just do here? Yeah. Jigar, what number is in the y1 spot? I know. That's what I'm calling you to see if we can get you to see it real quick. All right, look. This is a form of an equation. If you look directly where y1 is, it's 12. This means I'm going to write a point, and I pick this negative 3, and I pair it with this 12. Is that all right? Okay. Now, I am a little disappointed in this book because they gave you a 12, and then they give you a little blue grid that's like, what, eight things big? You know, like, so I was a little frustrated when I was going through this. So look what I did. I went by 4s. 4, 8, 12, 16. If you don't want to do that, you're welcome to use graph paper. Make it easier if you want to go all the way up 12. So the point, and then down here I went by 1s. So negative 312 is the big red dot.
No. The phone just ringing for no reason.
And then the slope, we know slope is m, so the slope is here. So I made a dot at negative 312, and I went up 4 over 1. It looks like I only went up 1 over 1, but these go by 4, so it's up 4 over 1. Okay, I'm going to pause. You guys go to 3 and question what you did. Question it. Do you think you got the point right? Yes. Number 3. Does anybody have a question about number 3? Okay. So in this one, your point is negative 1, negative 9. Negative 1, negative 9. Plot your point and move your slope. What are you doing? And then the slope is negative 3. How are we going to plot a point down at negative 9 and then still be able to move down 3? What do you guys think we should do our y-axis by? Let's try to go 3, 6, 9, 12. So I went from 0, negative 3, negative 6, negative 9, negative 12. And these are still by 1s. So here's negative 1, negative 9. I'm going to go ahead and show number 4. For those of you who did it, let me know if you have a question. And then there is 5 and 6. Does anybody who tried it have a question? We're going to continue working on it today. I didn't feel like yesterday was enough for you guys to get it out. Some of y'all didn't. It's probably because you learned it before. Okay, I'm going to go to a word problem. Does anybody want to ask a question before I go to a new thing? Okay, I'm going to move on. Let's do a word problem. Here it is. This is about patches from NASA. The Kennedy Space Center sells patches to commemorate NASA missions. A school administrator. Where's the Kennedy Space Center? Brianna, will you read this? Yeah.
The table shows the total cards of ordering different numbers of patches. Determine the cost of ordering 25 patches.
Okay. They're not really giving you enough directions here. We're going to write an equation in slope-intercept form. Actually, let's start with point slope. Okay, Madison. What do we need to write an equation in point slope form? What information is important? Let's just make an equation. Yeah, what do you want to do? What ideas do you have? Perfect. Let's write down the form. Okay, I love that. So we'll start with y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. I like it. Okay, Landon, what do you want to plug in for x1 and y1? So you're going to use this as your first ordered pair. The number of patches will be our x values. The total cost will be our y values. So go ahead, let's go ahead and identify. We have a point at 4, 42.96. That's x1 and that's y1. Now plug those in to the green formula. You're doing this right under bell work. Plug that into the green formula. You know they're going to give you a word problem to work on. Let's do it. Let's go through a word problem. Plug it in. Write it down. Let's hash out a word problem. What can we do? This actual form will really help you with a lot of word problems, actually. All right, Ashlyn, what do you think we can do? How are we going to find slope? We need m. We need to be able to plug in m. Ashlyn can do it. What are we going to do to find m? Times x minus 4. So this is where we're at. This is really good. But we need the value for m. What can we do for m? The slope isn't shown yet. Okay, Leah, what idea did you have? Okay, what do you want to divide? Yeah. Unless there's like an ordering key, that'll work. I want you to try that. I'm gonna do slope formula. Okay? You do that. I'm gonna do slope formula. Everybody needs a calculator out because we're dealing with money. We're dealing with decimals. Practice your calculator. So let's find slope. Let's find slope. Hello? No way. You know, where you got your ID? When you're on your way to the cafeteria? Library. Okay, so if we're gonna do this is x1 and this is y1, let's do this is x2 and this is y2. So for our slope formula, x1, y1, and 6. x2, y2. It's 56.94 minus 42.96 all over 6 minus 4. Get those calculators rolling. Use the table to find slope. Look. It didn't work, Julia. I loved your idea. It's because there must be a one-time fee. What'd you get, Tavis? Danko, what you get? Not yet? Not yet. Not yet. Did you see it? What did you get? You didn't?
I got like for the subtraction,
Yeah.
13.98.
And then did you divide by 2?
6.99.
6.99. Who's gonna pay $6.99 for this beautiful patch from NASA? Wonder how big it is.
Not for no clue. That's
I
probably
thought it
like
was gonna be like $1.
You might-
$6.99 for that
you
patch.
might get $2.
For somebody's like grandson whose dad was an astronaut. Alright. Turns out these patches are $6.99 each. Okay. So that brings our equation to y minus 4296 equals 699 times x minus 4. And now we have a point and we have a slope. I hope we're breaking this down. I hope it's making sense. Now, we're actually, I want you guys to rewrite this, get y alone. When you get y alone, it'll look like y equals mx plus b. So we need to distribute, and that's going to take a calculator. Oh, wait, and see. Let's see if you can write an equation and slope-intercept form from here. Rewrite it. Okay, so what do you have to do? 6.99x. I don't know what 4 times 699 minus 2796. Anybody else get 2796 when they distributed? Okay, got a couple of you. You got it. Oh, that's it. You gotta do the negative button, not the minus. Okay, and then I'm going to add that over. 15. Easy. 6.99x plus 15. So this means there's like an order fee of $15. And then after that, each patch is $6.99. These are expensive patches. All right, before you go, JC, tell me, how am I going to use that equation to find the cost of 25 patches? That's true. Now, the whole thing was how much are 25 patches? Because our little table here only goes up to 10. So we could have moved up to 25, but actually that's going by even, so that might have been hard. So the whole point of this was to figure out the cost of 25 patches. So now we can plug in x equals 25. Wow, that's a lot of money. NASA's not playing around, but you're supporting NASA. Yeah, sure. Who doesn't want to support them? It's so expensive to go to Mars. They gotta live up there for like 2 years, right in a space shuttle. Okay. Go ahead and do 699 times 4. No, add 15. So that's exactly what Aaliyah said. She said, well, let's just divide it. That'll tell us cost per patch. And I was like, great idea. But the issue is the $15 initial fee you don't see. They didn't tell you that. So we had to do all that math to figure that out. Or we could have from $6.99 subtracted $6.99 3 times, and that would have given us like how much 0 patches were, $15. But good question. You should be questioning the math that way. All right, you guys. So our assignment today, 17 through 20, is just to start with 2 ordered pairs and write equations in slope-intercept form. So we just did that. I'm going to right now on the side of the board. No, I'm going to do it on the screen. I'm going to give you some steps to follow while you do these problems. It actually says 17 to 22, doesn't it? On page 320. So we're going to do that whole process, but it's not a word problem. Given 2 points, write an equation in slope-intercept form. Yeah. We want our equation in y equals mx plus b, and we're going to use point slope form to get us there. So step 1 is slope formula. Other thing is only 2 more steps. Okay, 4 steps. So you're going to first use slope formula because you have 2 points. 90% of the time given 2 points. You're supposed to do slope formula. Then you're going to plug it into the form. You plug in x1, y1, and m. Distribute m. Add y1 and you're done. I'll give you guys some time to write that down and start number 17. Yeah, I know you're fine. So I do think decimals are in inverted fractions here. Look at this. I think you did a arthofraction. I mean decimals. So I made a calculator. Subtract across the top. No, this is the top. And then I did keep change, but I multiplied by this. So it turned out that's negative 8 over next 12, which is 2 fractions.
Aged 8 years.
2.7 divided by 4.
What's it do to you? You're scared.
She's trying to fall asleep, and she had a dream that you were falling down. I was like,
She was right.
she don't do shit.
She was right.
I said, you don't do shit. I be asleep.
Do step 1, did you find slope? Okay, let's see if you got slope. So on 17, I call this x1, y1, x2, y2. And I do slope formula. Now, is anybody with me? You got -2 for slope. You did that one? Megan, did you just slope it? Did you just slope it? What did you get? Any questions about finding slope, Travis? What does step 2 say to do? So we already found M. It says plug in that M and the first point, so the point slope form. So I'm going to go back. I'm trying to plug into y minus y1 equals. That's got to be like a mom or somebody. Is it from your mom? No. Okay, so Travis, I think you can do this. Plug in the y1, the x1, and the m. Plug in. I think you can do this. Get in.